Screaming, crying, and scared voices are what he heard from the forest he hid, even the storm seemed so strong. A loud laugh with thunder and lightning from the wicked witches scared him, that makes him tremble. Poor young prince! He wanted to cry, to shout, but he can't because the witches might hear him and will surely kill him.
If it's true that there is powerful creature protecting this forest, if there is any powerful creature listening me right now, please send me your help. Please save my people from the wicked one. Please save the kingdom of Amor.
The prince begged for help while he knelt and cried until he fell asleep. Hunger awakened him and he was surprised there are already different fruits in front of him without knowing who puts it there. But with no hesitation, he ate the fruits to make him survive from hunger. He sits under the big tree and he remembered how happy they were before the wicked witches attacked them. He remembered how loving and happy the people of the kingdom of Amor were. He imagined the sweet music in his kingdom, the happy voices of his people, until he heard a loud voice from nowhere.
Until when? You should sit down there and imagine the past. Can you save your people, your kingdom by sitting there?
Who are you? Show up!
The prince replied and stand up.
Can you save your kingdom if you see me? Stop asking unnecessary things and go. Go! Save your people.
The loud voice said.
But how? Those wicked witches are very powerful and numerous. Who am I to save my people? What can I do? I am alone, weak, and just an ordinary mortal.
Replied the prince.
Who are you? Did you forget that you are the king's descendant, and it's your obligation to save the kingdom of Amor, to save your people, to save the king and the queen?
From the loud voice.
But what can I do? Please, tell me.
The boy replied with fearful voice.
Go back to the kingdom of Amor and return the wicked one to where they should belong, to the land of Far, to Mishal, the place of evils. Make them disappear from your kingdom.
The angry loud voice said.
But I am alone.
Replied the prince.
Stop that nonsense excuse, young prince. Go back to the kingdom of Amor alone and just let the wicked one think that you are weak, and I'll give you enough power to defeat all of them. Your heart and your love for your people are enough for you to win.
But
the prince replied.
Learn to trust yourself. Stop insisting and listen to me. As soon as you enter the palace, clap 3 times and the help will come. When the queen of witches falls down, touch the ground and take a dust and throw it in the air, and you will win. Go back now.
And the voice was gone.
Is he insane? How can I save my people? But he is right. I have to go back to my kingdom and save my people no matter what.
The prince went back to his kingdom, and when he arrived at the gate, he witnessed the sorrow of his kingdom. The whole palace was covered by darkness and full of different animals that make him wonder where it came from. Obviously, the wicked witches saw him and Olaya, the queen of the witches, to welcome Prince Real teasingly.
Hello, dear little idiot prince. Why are you here? Are you ready for your sweet death?
I am here to save my kingdom, to save my people. And if there is someone who will die, I am very sure it is not me, but you and your disgusting, rotten witches.
The prince replied bravely while trembling.
Really? Oh, I'm so scared. It seems you're ready for your sweet, your bitter, terrible death.
Olaya answered. And when Olaya was about to stretch her hands to use her power, Prince Sorel remembered what the strange voice told him to do. He then clapped 3 times and they heard a scary sound of rolling rocks in heaven, making Prince Sorel realize that the help came. The whole palace was covered by lightning from Olea, and she strikes it towards the young prince. But she was surprised because the young prince's body absorbed the lightning until he looks like a blazing phoenix. And suddenly, the prince strikes back Olea with the lightning that made her fall into the ground. Olea's power became weak, so she absorbed all the strength and power of all the witches around her that makes her transform into a black dragon. But it's too late for her. Prince Sorel already took a dust and threw it in the air that creates a huge fairy tornado that absorbed Olea and all the witches and returned them to Michel, the land of fire. Prince Sorel defeated them. No more wicked witches lived. The kingdom of Amor was covered by deafening silence, while the prince was surprised to what he witnessed. The different animals he saw were slowly turned into his people. That included King Aeneas and Queen Avril.
Son, you made it! You defeated Olea!
A loud voice from King Aeneas broke the silence.
We're very proud of you, son. You're really a brave prince.
The Queen Avril said.
But they're king and queen. I haven't done anything. It is the strange voice in the forest who did it.
Prince Sorel answered. And suddenly, a fairy flying huge lion came. Everyone in the palace was shocked and scared at the thought that the wicked witches came back, until it transformed into a crowned, handsome man with a shining and glittering clothes.
Who are you?
King Aeneas asked.
I am King Alvus. I am the king of all the fairies that reside and protected the forest. I am the king of Gazer, the fairyland.
He answered with a loud voice. Prince Sorel remembered a strange voice in the forest, and he asked,
Are you the one who helped me to defeat the witches?
I am the voice in the forest you heard, but I'm not the one who defeated the witches. It was you, Prince Sorel.
King Alvus answered,
No, it's impossible. I don't have a power. I am just a mortal.
The young prince answered,
Yes, you have a power. You're not a human. You are a fairy like me.
The king of the fairies answered,
No, I am a human and my family is the king and the queen of the kingdom of Amor.
The prince answered,
Son, it's time for you to know the truth.
Queen Avril said, and she continued,
18 years ago, we wanted to have a child, but we haven't blessed to have. We were so sad until one of our soldiers found a baby in the forest. He brought the baby to us, and even we don't know why the baby was there in the forest, we took good care of him. We love him as our own child. We became so happy then. And that baby was you, son.
The queen said. Prince Sorel was shocked by what he heard, and he faced King Alvus and he asked,
If I am a fairy like you, then why I was there in the forest 18 years ago? Who are my family? Why they didn't take me back?
Same here when they found you. There was a war between the witches and fairies. I had to lead all the soldiers to war while my wife was delivering birth of our son. Olea was very powerful that time, and she defeated us. I was wounded and near to death while she attacked my wife. My wife tried to escape with our newly born son, but unfortunately, Olea caught her and killed her. To save our son, our servant brought him out to our kingdom and leave him to the forest, and he made sure that our son will be safe before he went back to Gazer and rescued me. Our servant continued following our son until he grew up. It took a long time for me to recover my power and strength, and when I was finally recovered, I declared war against the witches and we won. But then, Olea attacked your kingdom, and by the time you hid in the forest, my servant told me that you are my son, Prince Sorel.
King Alvus said with teary eyes,
It's true, son. You're not a human. I and Queen Avril saw you floating while sleeping so many times when you were just a baby. And we already saw the servant that King Abbas told to us. He saved you from any danger so many times when you were a baby.
King Enyu said, Prince Sorel can hardly believe that he is a fairy. Then he asked,
Are you going to take me now with you, King Abbas?
I love you so much, son, and I will always care about you. You are always welcome to Gazer, and you will be the next king of Fairyland. But I won't force you to stay with me. I know your human family loves you so much, and you have to take good care and protect the kingdom of Amor, the people of Amor.
King Abbas answered,
I am happy to know the truth and meet you as my real father, although I'm sad that I wasn't able to meet my real mother. But you're right, I have to protect the people of Amor. I have to stay here with my human family and I will maintain the love and unity between human and fairies.
Prince Sorel said,
I am happy and proud of you, son. Your decision shows that you are really a prince and a king in the right time. I have to go now. Goodbye for a while, son. Always remember that I and all the fairies are always there for you. If you need help, just clap 3 times and the help will come.
King Abbas said while he slowly turned into a very flying huge lion and disappeared. From then, the full of love and happiness kingdom of Amor was back.